know when you're ready to take the leap and start your business?
I think the first thing is probably you have this compelling pull to do it from within you. Like there's your gut feel, your intuition is like, nah, I got to do this now. I think that's a good judgment call because I think running a business is a challenge and you have to do it for the right reason. So if you're doing it because it's your passion or your calling, that's where that gut alignment comes in really, really well. Because when things are challenging, you will push through them a lot easier and you won't give up. And you're always learning, and there's lots of things that you don't know when you run a business. And then you're also a practitioner as well. So I think it's listening to your gut. If you have that compelling feeling of like, I've learned everything from where I currently work, I have so much more to give, I'm earning enough money now to take that transition, I think then that gut is the first judgment. Now, if that's not there, like maybe you've lost your job or you've been made redundant or whatever, you're coming off like a sabbatical or whatever, so you're not currently employed, I'd say like you've got nothing to lose anyway. It's about working out your savings. How long can you go and experiment for? Maybe you have 30 days, maybe you have 1 week, maybe you have a couple of months, but figuring out how long until I can't feed myself or survive by paying my rent or my mortgage or whatever it is. And even there, is there opportunity for you to sell your car, for you to sell assets that you actually don't need, so that if this business is really important to you, you have that financial kind of, what do you call it? Like oomph there, so that you're, that's not even a word, but anyway, you know what I mean? But you have that money sitting there because you've sold things that you don't need to actually finance something that is really important to you. So if you're coming off there, look at that, because that deadline of I have a week to make something happen, or I have a month, or I have 3 months, or whatever it is, that sense of urgency is really helpful to kickstart you into action, to starting your business. And if you think about it as well, for any job, like there is a transition period, you know, you got to wait for the job advertisement to come through. You got to wait for, you apply, you wait for that to close. Then they call for interviews. Are you one of those people? Yes or no? So weeks pass on that. So why not at the same time, maybe if you're a little bit scared, we have your business going, like you're starting your business, but you're also applying for jobs. However, on that, I would say that you're not fully committed to starting a business if you're looking for jobs as well. So Gary Vee uses this term, and it's don't be half pregnant. Like you can't be half pregnant. So you need to be either I'm searching for a job and I'm going to have a career, or I'm going to have like full-time salary, wages, employment, or whatever, part-time, or I'm starting a business. When you have yourself in two of them, you know, you're not committed and you're coming from a place of fear. So I think that deadline for yourself where you're just going all in and trying to start your business before your money runs out really helps kickstart you. And then sometimes a lot of people are doing the side hustle. So the side hustle, you know, you're working for someone at the moment, you're taking on some projects in the evening on the side, and there comes a point where you sign a big contract that can keep you employed for like a month or two maybe, but you're not able to complete the work while being in that full-time employment. So then that's probably a good time to resign, or hire someone to do it, subcontract that out, get a freelancer to support you if you're not ready to take the leap yet. I think the one thing that's a good judgment is contracts in our world, probably they take about 2 months, like they're on this cycle, right? So the person that you connect with today as a possible inquiry is not going to sign within the week necessarily. You need to think about that's a month or 2 months. And then the other timeline that you're playing with is how long do projects take to complete? And a lot of the time they're between a month, I'd say 6 to 8 weeks, 6 to 10 weeks. So can you, the money that you're earning from that one project, does it stretch from the 6 to 8 weeks? And then while you're working on that project, you're continuously looking for the next opportunity, your business building activities that you have to do every single day, because you need a continuous like funnel coming in So because they drop off, sometimes they're just fishing for a price, but they're not ready to buy. So by the time you get your next decision, it should be around the time when you're 6 to 8 weeks. And these are like, it depends on the project that you're working on. Sometimes they're months, sometimes they're years, but just to, I guess the principles are the same of how you would apply it. So you may get to a point where you're too busy in your freelance and you have more and more inquiries coming through, and then it makes sense. I can naturally transition from one to the other. Then go for that, give it a go. What else on that? If you're, I think key summary is base it on being passionate, and this is what you want to commit your next couple of years to in your life, because that makes it really easy. It doesn't mean that's the rest of your life, but in the next 2 to 3 years, I want to be self-employed. I want to run my own business, whatever that looks like, and go for it because you're driven by passion, not because entrepreneurship is sexy.